Who doesn't love Annie? You know, Annie the musical.
All right, who's next?
Annie.
I bet you haven't seen it. Definitely, if you were born after like 1990, you probably haven't seen Annie, unless you grew up in a family that love musicals and they share the song with you. However, even if you've never seen Annie, the whole musical, everybody knows the song Tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Welcome to the channel. I'm Johan Bester, your vocal coach from Johannesburg, South Africa. And today we are going to compare two very different and interesting versions, live performances of Tomorrow from Annie. So first up, we have this man, Jimmie Herrod, who performed this song, Tomorrow, from Annie the musical, on America's Got Talent in the year 2021. And he actually got a golden buzzer for it. And funny, you may have seen this clip before, but if you haven't, it's really funny that Simon Cowell absolutely hates that song. Every time somebody comes up on any GT stage, Got Talent, and they say they're going to sing Tomorrow, he's like, that's my worst song. That's a song I like the least. And that's also what happened here. So poor Jimmie was standing there going, oh my gosh, you hate it, but I'm going to do it.
I'm going to sing Tomorrow from Annie.
Are you serious? Do you know that is my worst song in the world?
You kidding me?
What? And you're going to sing that?
So let's see how that went.
The sun'll come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
Okay, so let me pause there. The purpose of these videos of mine is to analyze the singers, right? To say what I hear and what it is that they do that makes it good or not good. So, firstly, Jimmie is very unassuming. He's very calm and centered. Well, he appears very calm and centered. And he seems very humble. He doesn't look like he's trying too hard. When he came out and he spoke and Simon was like, worst song and everything, he was very, I can't find the right word. Yeah, just, it seemed like a gentle soul. So I like that about him. And as he stands there as well, it doesn't make me anxious. Sometimes when a singer or a performer gets ready, they stand up at a big stage and they get ready to perform, something in their demeanor, even an energy that they give off, makes you nervous for them. I don't get that vibe at all from him. And then when he starts, the sun'll come out. It's an E-flat major, which is a semitone lower than the original, which is sung by a 10-year-old girl. So he really sings it in almost like in a female range. And he's got a very particular voice type, very light, high male voice, very comfortable in that range. So he chose a good key, it seems, for his voice. And then I love the way everything that he's saying in the song, every word that he sings, is energized with breath. The result is you can hear every word. There'll be sun. You can hear the n at the end of his line and all of that. And he plays a little bit with his vowel shapes. There's a bit of pop sound here and there, and then it's a bit more music theatre-y. So he's sort of between the straight up music theatre, Broadway kind of way of singing it, and a pop sound, which is really interesting.
When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and
Gray.
lonely,
That's pop.
I just stick out my chin and grin and say,
Wow. What a voice.
Okay, he sang that B flat 4, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, above middle C. He sang it full voice in a mixed sort of belt sound. Say, that kind of sound, just an octave higher. And then oh. Then the O, same pitch, straight after it, is in a gentle, round, half voice. This guy has excellent control of his voice. Plus, it's very obvious to me that he's very well rehearsed. He planned to sing it the way he sings it. And that is very, very important. If you're an aspiring singer, a developing singer, an amateur singer, and you're preparing a song for a specific event, then have a plan. Spend time to work out, what is my plan for this song? How am I going to perform it? Where am I going to let more air flow, which is volume? Where am I going to sing with less air? Where am I going to make my vowels rounder or darker? Where will I maybe make my vowels brighter, more shallow? Which consonants will I exaggerate with extra breath because I want to make a point? I want to connect emotionally. Where will I breathe? That's called the phrasing. You plan that stuff. You write it down on the sheet music or on a lyric sheet. You write stuff down, you visualize, and you exercise that plan in. You exercise it. So that if people woke you up in the middle of the night and said, sing now or else, you would sing it exactly like that. That's your plan A. You don't have a plan B. Sometimes what happens in the moment on the stage is you run out of breath, something turns out differently, you feel differently, you want to do something different in the moment because of something that happens between you and the audience, whatever, then that happens. Then you deal with it. Then you make it happen. It's fine. Doesn't mean if you didn't stick to your plan that you're a failure. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying have a plan, one plan, and exercise that plan. And he definitely did that.
tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow,
Half voice.
you're always a day away.
So much control.
When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say,
Now it's full voice.
tomorrow,
I see, baby.
I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day
Okay. So he sang the second chorus full voice, all the high B flats and Cs, in a mixed belt, if you want to call it that, in a full mixed voice. So powerful, the sound, so resonant, so energized, so beautiful, so under his control. And then he holds the last, away. He holds it for 5 bars of the music. And in this case, every bar has 4 beats. Away to air. For so long, I was tempted to time it, like stopwatch time it. For any singer to hold such a high range note that is sung so full, that means the breath is flowing at a hectic pace. For so long, brilliant. So it was so brilliant that Sophia gave him a golden buzzer. And Simon said, it's no longer my most awful song or something in his British way. So I think that was beautifully sung. Like I said, basically in a female range because of his voice type. He chose the right key. And it was a very special performance for me. It was different to the Broadway version, which is sung by a 10-year-old character. It was semi-pop, but still true to the sort of Broadway roots of the song. So I think Jimmie did well. And actually this morning when I decided to do this video, I thought I better look him up. I really want to see what's going on in his life. Did anything come of this? I can't remember how well he did in the series. I think he went on a fair bit in the America's Got Talent that year. But I don't know, has he recorded stuff? Has he set stuff, has he written music? Has he performed maybe on Broadway? Has he released music? What's his social media like? I don't know. I'm going to check him out. If you know anything about Jimmie, please let me know in the comments below. Your voice matters. I'm Johan Bester, your vocal coach from Johannesburg, South Africa. Here to tell you that this YouTube channel, Charisma Performing Arts, will soon undergo a name change to Johan Bester, your vocal coach. The good news is that you can expect the same high quality content that you're used to, and even better in future, just under a different name. The reason for the name change is that I wanted to separate me, Johan Bester, a vocal coach, from my company, Charisma Performing Arts, so that we can focus more directly on what each thing is and does. So on the Johan Bester, your vocal coach channel, you will continue to see analysis of singers, your favorite singers from your favorite shows, just like you have been in the past. Whilst on the Charisma Performing Arts page, you will see all the other things that my company does. All my work with choirs, huge events that I put on, my work with my singers, my work in studios, music videos, and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell on this channel, and keep an eye out for the brand new Charisma Performing Arts YouTube channel, which will be launched very soon. I'm Johan Bester, your vocal coach, reminding you that your voice matters. And then next, I saw this clip last week. A lady called Sidney Christmas, who performed Tomorrow from Annie on Britain's Got Talent recently. And again, Simon said, oh, that's my worst song. And he did the whole thing that he did with Jimmie. So I actually want to play the introduction because when this woman came up, I thought she's got a brilliant personality and way of presenting herself, which I thought means that she's a stand-up comic. I was sure she was going to do stand-up. I didn't read the title, actually. I just clicked on the video. And then when she said she was going to sing, I was surprised because she's just so funny. So I want to share that with you. Maybe you haven't seen it.
Wave. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello, everyone. My name's Sidney Christmas.
Is it?
Sidney
Yeah. That's an unbelievable name. I love that.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's not.
My middle name's worse.
What is it?
Mary.
No. Sidney Merry Christmas. Did your mum seriously name you that?
No, I'm joking. It ain't really.
See what I mean?
Okay. Oh my gosh, that is genius.
She's
Where
hilarious.
are you from?
Raised in Kent, just moved to London.
Look at that personality. Wow.
Are you a student? Do you work? What do you do?
I'm currently working front of house at a gym.
Oh, brilliant. Yes. Fantastic, but that's not what you want to do.
No, absolutely not.
What do you...
No.
What
She's
do you wanna
hilarious.
do, Sidney?
She should do
I'm
stand
trying
up.
to be in the West End. I just want to sing.
Oh, bless her.
What are you going to sing for us today?
The first song that I ever sung, actually. I haven't sung it in 24 years.
How old are you? You look 24.
28.
23.
Like my grandfather.
So what song did you sing it for?
Tomorrow.
From Annie?
From
see?
Annie, yeah.
Simon, that is Simon's worst song.
Look at his face. He
Hopefully
looks
I'll sing it better
terrible.
than when I was 4 as well.
Well, so do we.
I can't wait.
Thank you.
Do you understand though what I'm saying? She's hilarious. She dead serious should put a show together where she does stand up and sing in between. Because as you'll see, if you haven't seen this, she sings really well. Really well. And she said she wants to go have a career on the West End, which is the Broadway of... Ooh, the Brits are going to hate that. Let me rephrase. The West End is where all the big musicals happen in Europe. In the UK, but yeah, in Europe. So she can sing, but man, that personality. She's so instinctive with her body movement, with her facial expressions. It is absolutely hilarious. Sidney, if you happen to watch this, please take my advice. Consider doing stand-up and combining it with your singing. It'll be brilliant. It's Eliza Minnelli on steroids. Carol Burnett on steroids.
Come on, Sidney.
Come on, Sidney.
Let's have it.
Let's have it. I mean, look at that. Alicia's losing it. I actually thought, at this point in the clip, I thought this is going to be a disaster. Because it just, she was just trying to be, not even trying to be, she was just being hilariously funny. And now she wants to be serious and sing this song. And I was like, how is this going to, what's going to happen here? Slow tempo.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
Gosh. Okay. Incidentally, exactly the same key that Jimmie sang it in. E flat. Interesting, yeah? Female, male, same range. But how interesting that it's so slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sun will come out tomorrow. It immediately gives the song a different feel. Plus, it's only piano so far. Jimmie also only had piano in his track until halfway through, but it's just this atmosphere of emotion and like a thick emotional atmosphere created by the track, the tempo, and her way. And her eyes are so busy telling the story. I mean, it took me like 4 words when I first saw this. I've only seen it once. But it took me like 4 or 5 words in and I was hooked because this girl is just incredible at connecting. It's so lovely.
I'm stuck with a day It's great and lonely. I just stick
Pop
out
things.
my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out
Interesting, yeah?
tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow.
Nice.
Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow.
Beautiful mix. Beautiful mix.
Always the sun will come
Send its own higher.
tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to stop. So before she finishes, I often talk about how in some songs, if you change or alter the melody too much to try and make it your own, the song loses something. It is so often the case. People cover songs. I mean, millions of people cover songs all the time. And they want to make it their own, so they don't want to sing it exactly like the original, so they change the melody. And that is a thing that you have to be very, very careful of doing. Yes, you can do it, absolutely. But you must be careful, because in some songs, you destroy the original intention of how that melody was written. Like, she went up a whole tone from E flat to F. You can't not have that dee 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 dee. That's like, and then tomorrow, tomorrow. That part of the song as well. That's iconic. You can't change that. So Sidney was modifying the melody in a number of places, almost in a pop way. Almost like Jimmie did. Not the same kind of modifications, but how I said Jimmie also made a sort of a pop sound sometimes and a little pop melody. She does it way more than he did. But pop, sensible little riffs and things. And she modifies her vowels. It's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure that she had that track made exactly how she wanted it. Which is another thing you should do if you go on a show like this. Please don't find the first backing track you can find on freaking YouTube or something. Have a track made. Spend the time and the money and the energy to find somebody good to make a track for you with exactly the instrumentation you want, the tempo, the vibe, everything. I'm pretty sure that's what she did. She's a pro. She stands there so unassuming, but she's a pro, this girl. Seriously. The end is spectacular.
When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow when there'll be tomorrow. You're always a day away.
Breath control.
Tomorrow,
Surprise.
I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
Look at that response. Brilliant. Brilliant. And Amanda Holden was overcome. You can see she's emotional. And she pressed the golden buzzer for Sidney. Deservedly so, in my opinion. I have never heard a version of that song that is so unique, different, to the original, yet incredibly engaging and gripping and touching. I mean, even if you're not a fan of music theatre at all, even if you've never heard that song and you didn't know the context, where the song fit in the original story about the orphan, even if you've never heard that song, you could listen to that and it could touch you. Brilliant. And did you notice towards the end how she made us wonder? She made us guess. She's like, and I was like, oh, is she going to go bigger? Like there's a crescendo coming? And then she just goes smaller again. Then away. Just like that. And then she drops the head. Everything so well rehearsed, so well planned, just like Jimmie, I'm pretty sure. But her way of performing and making people feel that she's singing to them. Did you notice? With the camera shots that we saw, the different angles, she was definitely singing this way a little bit, and then up there, and then she was singing this way. I mean, that's performance practice 101, but she does it so well. It doesn't seem rehearsed and planned and practiced. It just makes everybody feel, oh my gosh, she's singing towards me. I wonder if the two grannies there were actually family of hers, or just two grannies that the producers picked out to film. No, I think it was brilliant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm keen to see whether the people in the UK vote for her, so that she can go on to maybe reach the final and maybe win this whole thing. I don't know what she'll do next, but I'll be very excited to see. So I just wanted to share two Got Talent show versions by adults of a song from a 1982 film musical where actually a 10 or 9-year-old orphan originally sang the song, and just show you how different people can approach it. And both were successful, fully successful in their own right. I loved it. What do you think? Why don't you let me know in the comments? I would really appreciate it. Let me know. I loved Sidney's version. I loved Jimmie's version. Give me your reasons. Why did you love it? And I really hope you enjoyed this little analysis. Hoping to do more fun stuff like that into the future. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. And until next time, always remember that your voice matters. Just before you go, let me just remind you that you can actually book a session with me, a one-on-one, through my Patreon. You can go there and check it out. Or you can send me a message through the website. And then also, if you want to chat with me, why not visit our Discord server? The links to all of that is in the description below.